Okay, the weather said it was supposed to be raining today, and the whole week it said rain and possibly thunders and all that. But it looks like it's pretty clear now, so I guess just have to push the luck. Maybe I'll try flying it pretty quick in some places, just in case something weird happens. It's so nice with the contrast of light and colors. Couldn't get everything that I wanted because I wanted to go closer a bit in some areas, but there's just too many people. But in my opinion, this is how it should be in general. People sharing the space, they have their own cameras, people with their dogs, I'm flying the drone, getting the footage. That's how it should be in my opinion. Makes me wonder how people react where they say like, oh, it's gonna crash into people, this and this. I mean, take precautions, but for the most part, it's a camera in my opinion. Look, everybody has cameras. People on the street, people in the car stopping to take pictures of it. I mean, that's okay. But again, they're everywhere. People are concerned about cameras on the drones. And speaking of drones, I read this today. It said Alphabet and other companies want strict drone rules to apply to everyone. Even small drone operators could be subject to FAA regulations. I was like, oh, interesting. What's this all about? I guess that's kind of the debate usually people have where say all these recreational drone laws are because of businesses, which I think that's basically what this is about. As it says here, drone buffs may face new restrictions if Alphabet gets its way. A trade group representing Alphabet Inc.'s Project Wing and other companies is asking Congress to impose new restrictions on the hobbyists who fly millions of drones in the US. Congress passed a law in 2012 exempting hobbyist drone operations from US aviation regulations if they adhere to safety rules established by the users' groups. A provision that has rankled companies like Project Wing as it seeks out order in the skies to deliver consumer goods by flying devices. The Commercial Drone Alliance on Wednesday asked lawmakers to revoke that provision so that all drone operators are subject to the Federal Aviation Administration regulation. It said in a press release, all drones should abide by some common sense, low-cost rules of the road around remote identification and more. The group said current rules have given some people the mistaken impression that they are flying legally. And for some of the companies, it says the Alliance members include Time Warner Inc., CNN, Ford Motor Co., and American Fuel, and these other ones I don't even know. And I guess for the main group going against it, it says the nation's oldest hobby group, the Academy of Model Aeronautics, has said rogue drone operators should be punished, but its members fly under the group's own safety standards and don't need additional restrictions. So am I accurate in saying the issue that they have is right now, even though you register your drones in the US, you can fly in certain places, like just be safe, follow those guidelines and you're good. Whereas they're saying regardless, those guys should have some kind of, I guess they should be tracked or monitored just like a commercial aircraft. Like there should be some kinds of restrictions as well. Is that what's going on here from what I'm reading? But it does make me think again where a lot of this stuff, whether or not it is truly about safety or if it's more about, again, like commercial interest. I mean, just my example over there, was there anything wrong? Did I need to be, for example, tracked or monitored in any way in terms of how people are handling drones and all that, if that makes sense? I mean, to me, I used it just as a regular camera, just like those guys filming with their own smartphones and stuff. To me, it's the same thing. It's different if I want to go in the middle of the city, like with hundreds of people and all that. That's a little different, but not for like everyday stuff like that, in my opinion. Whoa, way too many people here to capture anything today, I think. A lot of people doing their exercise today. I guess for me, when it comes to things like rules and regulations like that, if it's reasonable, it's reasonable, but I guess the concern is how far is it going to go in terms of, I guess, taking away people's abilities to do stuff that are, perfectly safe, because I wouldn't want to see just commercial people, for example, having access to stuff like that. I think the biggest news today was everywhere. Something about here that says Facebook CEO testifies before Senate on data privacy. It was related to all that Cambridge Analytica stuff. And I believe this is a way to say, well, the company, what are you doing? I think it's one of those government things where to say, like, do something about it or we'll do something about it, so to speak. It's kind of interesting because they have to answer pretty much everything. It seems like it's still going on right now, but there's things like it says, Zuckerberg shoots down conspiracy theory that Facebook taps into your microphone. The answer is kind of interesting. It says here, Senator, let me get clear on this. You're talking about this conspiracy theory that gets passed around and that we listen to what's going on in your microphone and use that for ads. Some of them doesn't even sound like a senator kind of session. I mean, this one here says, Senator John Kennedy. He says, I don't want to regulate Facebook, but God help you I will. I say this generally. Your user agreement sucks. You can spot me 75 IQ points. The purpose of that user agreement is to cover Facebook's rear end. It's not to inform your users about their rights. You know that and I know that. I'm going to suggest that you go home and rewrite it. Jeez, a little blunt, huh? So it'll be interesting to see what happens out of all of that, because they're a pretty giant company and if they have to do something like they're going to impose some kind of regulation or something like that, then I would assume it's going to affect most other companies as well. Like I said, this is like the year of the data controversy, huh? Makes you wonder what else is going to happen throughout the year with this kind of stuff. Guess someone just left their dog there while they went shopping. Holy cow, so many people exercising and stuff outside today. What's going on? Reminds me of like those sports days that elementary schools have, but it's not that time yet. That usually happens like what, May and June? Let's see if I can capture some of that cool light from the shots in the building there. It's gonna die pretty soon, I think, too. It's like the perfect glow with a lens flare. Ooh, out of batteries. But I think I got some interesting shots. Alright, see you guys later.